As expected by almost everybody, the Reserve Bank Board kept rates on hold at their February meeting. Inflation has come down a little faster than the Reserve Bank thought 3 months ago, and growth in the economy has been soft. But the board are still worried that inflation might not come down as fast as they would like. They're concerned about services inflation, and so they haven't ruled out the possibility of another rate hike. That said, at the subsequent press conference, Governor Bullock said she wasn't ruling anything in or out. Although growth in the economy has been soft, and a little softer than the Reserve Bank expected, they do still assess that the level of demand is outstripping supply and that the labour market remains tight. So they are still concerned that services inflation could stay higher for longer. And that's why they're not completely ruling out a further rate hike, unlike some of their peers overseas. But as we've stated before, we don't think it will come to that. Over time, as inflation continues to fall, the labour market eases and consumer spending remains soft, we expect that the Reserve Bank will start to see inflation come down enough that they have enough comfort and enough reassurance that they'll see inflation return to their 2 to 3% target band on the timetable that they want to see. And if that happens, they'll start to be comfortable enough to reduce interest rates a little and take back some of the contractionary stance in their monetary policy that they currently have set up. We expect that that level of comfort will most likely be reached around about September, and that they might cut rates a couple of times towards the end of this year. But the future is always uncertain. The board is not ruling anything in or out, and we think it's most likely that they'll be on hold for quite some months yet.
The content of this recording is informational and of general nature only, and is not intended to constitute a research report or reflect any recommendation or financial advice. It has been prepared without taking into account your objectives, financial situation, or needs, and investment decisions should not be based on it. You should obtain your own independent advice before proceeding with any investment decision. Whilst every effort has been taken to ensure that the contents are correct and any opinions, forecasts, conclusions are reasonably held based on information at the date of recording, Westpac does not make any representation or warranty as to the accuracy or completeness of the statements or information contained in this recording, and any liability therefore is expressly disclaimed to the extent permitted by law. None of the material included in this recording should be copied, published, or reproduced in whole or in part without the prior written permission of Westpac.